Hey, my little artists, and now it's time to color in our color wheel. Now, our color wheel this year is bigger than it was in first grade because we've got some more colors to add. We have those intermediate colors that we've learned about. So let's go over our color wheel again, okay? We've got our primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. And we know that these three colors, when you mix them together, create every other color you can think of. Okay, so primary, red, yellow, blue. Now, when we mix primary colors together, we create secondary colors. So we've got red and yellow makes orange, yellow and blue make green, and blue and red make violet. Now, what we learned today was that if you mix a primary and a secondary color together, you create an intermediate color. Now, the cool thing about intermediate colors is you always name them with the primary color first. So when I mix red and orange together, start with my primary color, it is red, orange, red, orange. Okay. When I mix yellow and orange, start with the primary color, yellow, orange. Yellow and green together, start with the primary color, yellow and green. Green and blue, start with the primary color, blue, green. Blue and violet, start with the primary color, blue, violet. And then red and violet. Again, we start with the primary color, red, violets. Okay, now for this project, we're gonna need the little baggie with the extra 6 colors in it. Now these extra 6 colors, they're the little crayons, not the big ones, and they are the intermediate colors. So we're gonna be using these as well as our regular colors, okay? So we've got our little bag and our big bag, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna start with the little bag yet. We're gonna do primary colors first. So we're gonna start with red because that's the beginning of our rainbow. So find your red marker and we are going to outline the petal of this flower because that's what our color wheel is this year, isn't it? It's a flower with lots of petals. So I'm going to outline it red and then I snap that cap and then I get my red crayon and I'm going to color that red. Okay, so we've got red. When I'm done, we'll put that crayon up. Now, I'm going to go to my next primary color, which is yellow. Red, yellow, and blue are the primary colors. So I'm going to start with primary first. So I did red. Now I'm going to do yellow. So make sure you find the one that says yellow. Y-E-L-L-O-W. Yellow. It's the one right here by the R in color. Around the edge. And then when I'm done, I snap that cap, put my yellow marker up, get my yellow crayon, and I'm going to color my petal yellow. Okay. So I've done 2 of my 3 primary colors, red and yellow. The next one, I got to go around and it's blue. And this one is next to the C in color, blue. So get your blue marker out. Make sure you're doing the one that just says blue, B-L-U-E, blue. Go around the outside edge of your petal with your blue marker. And then you snap that cap. Put your blue marker up. Get your blue crayon. Okay, when you're done with your blue crayon, you put it away. And now we have our primary colors done. We've got red, yellow, and blue. So now we're going to work on the secondary colors, okay? So we got to remember what each color makes when you mix them together. So we've got red and yellow. And when I mix red and yellow, I get orange, O-R-A-N-G, orange. So find the orange petal. It's right here by the heart, orange. Start with your orange marker and outline that petal. And then when you're done, you snap that cap, put your orange marker up, get your orange crayon, and color in the orange petal. Now, if you are confused about which color is which, just match the words on your crayon to the word on the color wheel. Orange, orange. Make sure they match. Put your orange crayon up. Okay, so we did red and yellow make orange. Now we need to figure out what blue and yellow mixed together make. Blue and yellow make green, down here at the very bottom. Green. So find your green marker. Outline the green petal. And then when you're done, you snap that cap. And remember, match the colors. Green to green. Green to green. And put your green marker up. And get your green crayon out. And color in the petal with your green crayon. Okay, and when you're done, you put your crayon up. Okay, we got one more secondary color. So we've done orange and green. There's one more secondary color. So we're going to mix red and blue. Red and blue mixed together makes violet, which is also known as purple. So find your violet marker, violet petal, and you're going to outline that with the violet. And then when you're done, you snap that cap. Get your violet or purple crayon and color that one in. Okay, so we've got our basic color wheel finish now. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Okay, now we need to go back and do our intermediate colors, and that's where the little baggie comes in. Now, we don't have markers to go with these crayons, so we're just going to outline with the crayon. So we're going to put this one off to the side, and we've got our little baggie ready to go. Okay, now you don't want to just put these in with your big ones. Leave these in the little baggie. That way we always know these are the intermediate colors. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we'll start with red. So red and orange together makes, remember, start with primary first, red, orange. So now I actually have to look at my crayons and figure out which one of these is red, orange, because they kind of look the same, don't they? Okay. Except this one says red, orange, and this one says yellow, orange. So I don't need this one yet. I can put this one back in the baggie and make sure I've got red, orange, okay? And I'm going to take my crayon, and you can outline if you want to with your crayon, or you can just color it in. But remember, this is one of those little crayons. So if you press really hard, this one is gonna break. So be very careful when you're coloring with these because they will break because they're little itty bitty crayons. And see how this one looks like it's a perfect blend of red and orange. Red, orange. Okay, when you're done with the red, orange, you put it back in your baggie. The little one, not the big one. Put it back in the little one. And now we need to figure out what our next intermediate color is. So we got orange and yellow. And remember, we start with the primary color first. So that's yellow, orange. So now we got to go back in here and we're going to get the other one we had just a second ago. Yellow, orange. Make sure you're reading the name, yellow, orange. Match it to the color. And then we're going to color this one in. And again, if you want to outline it, you can, or you can just color really, really carefully and stay in the lines of your petal. And remember, color lightly, don't press too hard because these crayons will break really easy. Okay, so this is yellow orange, and as you can see, it looks like a perfect blend of yellow and orange. Yellow orange. So this one goes back in our little baggie. Okay, now we're ready for our next intermediate color. So we've got yellow and green. Mix those together. Start with the primary color first, is yellow, green. Okay, this one's kind of easy to find because it's the only one that actually looks kind of like a green color. And again, make sure you match the name, yellow, green, yellow, green. And then we're going to color in this petal. And you can see how this is just a really light kind of spring green. Looks like leaves when they first start coming out on the trees in the spring. They're not that deep, deep, pretty green like they are right now before they turn into our pretty fall colors. But they're that nice, pretty, fresh spring green. Yellow green. And when you're done with yellow green, it goes back in your little baggie. And we're ready for our next intermediate color. So we're going to be doing green and blue. Green and blue mixed together. Start with the primary color first. Blue, green. Okay, blue-green it's kind of got like a gray looking wrapper, and this color is, out of all of these, looks the most blue. And match the name, blue, green, blue, green. And this is the color we use, like if we're coloring like a picture of the ocean. This kind of looks like the water down in the Caribbean or the Gulf of Mexico, that pretty almost like a turquoise color, blue-green. It's one of my favorite colors. I love this color. And again, it looks like a perfect blend of blue and green. Blue-green. When you're done, you put that color back in your little baggie, and we're ready to move on to our next one. We've got blue and violet. Now remember, you always name it with the primary color first. Blue, violet. So let's look in our baggie. And this one, it has the purple looking wrapper. And again, check the name, blue, violet, blue, violet. Okay, always check the name before you color. And we're going to color in this petal with our blue violet. And again, it looks mostly purple, but it's got that blue tinge to it. More blue than red. Nice, pretty color. Blue violet. Okay. So that leaves our last color, our last intermediate color. Red and violet mixed together makes, again, start with your primary color, red, violet. So this one is the last crayon in our little baggie, and it's got the red wrapper. And check the name, red, violet, red, violet. And we're going to color our last petal in. And this color is kind of like a fuchsia. If you've ever seen the flower, the fuchsia, that's the kind of color this is, kind of like a maroon almost. It's definitely got some red in it, but just a little bit of violet, a little bit of blue makes it that violet color. Let me get that nice, pretty, kind of pinky color. Red, violet. Now, when you're done, make sure you put all your little crayons up, and your little crayons can go in your big bag. Okay, you can put your little bag inside your big bag, and then those will be ready for next time. Okay, so we've got our entire color wheel done, but we're not finished. There's one more thing we need to color. What else needs some color? How about that heart? Let's color it red. Let's find our red marker again. And we're going to outline our heart. And when we're done, we snap that cap. And then we're going to find our red crayon. And we're going to color in our heart. Because the middle of our color wheel says, I heart. What's this heart mean? Love. I love color. And we have our color wheel with our primary colors, red, yellow, blue. Our secondary colors, orange, green, and violet. And the intermediate colors we learned about today, red-orange, yellow-orange, yellow-green, blue-green, blue-violet, and red-violet. And this makes our color wheel. So, until next time.